Hey everybody, welcome back to Project TJ, where I'm still trying to work through some of the basic maintenance and double checks after getting a new to me 1997 Jeep Wrangler TJ. It's a 2.5 liter 4-cylinder. It's got 204,000 miles on it, a number of previous owners, and so I'm just kind of slowly working through everything. Today I'm going to try to replace the differential fluid in the rear differential. I've already done the front differential. It was pretty straightforward and simple, just like you'd hope it would be. And I hope the rear will go just the same, so this might turn out to be a really short video. But you never know, because it's so old, and I don't know the last time that any owner has done this on the Jeep. So we'll get to the back and take the cover off the Dana 35 and see how it goes. Okay, so getting under here, the first thing I notice is that access is not nearly as good back here as it is up front. So the fuel tank and the fuel tank skid is right here, and I notice that the skid actually has a hole in it rusted through. I'm just going to pretend I didn't see that for now, but looking at the differential cover, other than the fact that it's super rusty as well and probably needs some TLC, pretty dirty around the bolts, so I'm going to go ahead and clean that off first and then start taking them out. Alright, well, as I was cleaning, I realized that if I put the frame on jack stands, I could get the rear differential to droop a bit, give me better access. So I went ahead and did that. And I pulled out this, the rubber fill plug, and this sludgy mixture is what's greeting me. So this will be fun to go ahead and use my 1/2-inch socket and take off these bolts. Hopefully they come off smoothly and we can see what's inside. Okay, so the bolts were torqued in there where I needed to use a breaker bar on a couple of them, but I got all but one of them. I got all of them out except for one, and this last one's loose. So before I try to use something like a chisel that I've seen on other videos, I'm gonna try using a dead blow hammer and see if I can break the gasket loose. Obviously, I want to be careful so that I don't damage the sealing surface. Okay, so I did have to go with very carefully getting a small, thin-bladed screwdriver in between the cover and the differential. So let's see if I can get this off. Here it comes. Get it the rest of the way. There we go. So I already did the front, and this is the rear, obviously. And the front was definitely thinner when it drained out than what this looks like. So let me show you what the gears look like, and we can look at it together. So here we go. Those are the gears, and again, I don't know the last time this was changed, but I don't see any metal fragments, so that's good. And I don't see right now any missing teeth, so that's good. So maybe it's just gonna be a matter of cleaning it out and putting in some fresh, and being thankful that Jeeps are really robust vehicles. We'll have to see how it goes. All right, so I have got the face of the differential all cleaned up. I got as much of the brown stuff out of there. The consistency was thick, but there was no metal shavings in there at all. So I'm thinking maybe we just mud and water and oil. Got the differential cover cleaned up as well. So instead of using RTV, I found this thing, a lube locker gasket, which is this right here for the Dana 35, and it's just a bolt-on. You don't need RTV or anything like that. So I'm going to set it in place with a couple of bolts and then torque it up. And for torquing, we're going to do 30 foot-pounds, but it's going to be get them all in snug. 15 foot-pounds alternating every one, but then 15 foot-pounds, and then go back and do 30 foot-pounds every other one until you get them all snugged up. So we're going to do that next. All right, so one thing I didn't mention about the bolts is that I also took a bronze bristle brush and brushed them off, cleaned off the bolts. I'll put a link in the description for the lube locker gasket, because like I said, you don't use RTV on that, and you also in theory can reuse it. I haven't gotten to that point yet. I have a lube locker gasket on the front differential now too, and it's been a week and there's been no leaks at all. So far so good with that. So now I've got my 80 W90 oil, and this takes 1 3/4 of a quart, so nearly 2 bottles. So I'll go ahead and put that in, and this should be the last step. Right, and that is done. So now we'll call that job complete. Thanks for watching. If you have any comments, feel free to drop them below. Suggestions, tips, questions. Otherwise, a lot more things to do on this Jeep. I'm going to tackle transfer case, valve cover, all sorts of other things. Feel free to subscribe if you want to follow along, and we'll see you next time. Thanks a lot. Have a good day.